Did I update? What day is today? Oh, I didn't update it on Twitch. Whoops. Okay. Let me just plug this in. Okay, ready to go. Welcome to the stream. We're doing Game-like Jam, making a game, a roguelike game, a game like Rogue, and like Reaping the Dungeon. It's day 16 for us. We've got the week to really make the level gen kind of click. And to do that, I need to implement more polish, more elements, more stuff. I don't remember what I said I was going to do last time. And I'm feeling kind of low energy. So I don't plan on doing much today. I just need to get it done this week. So it's fine. It's not going to harm we won't have to cut anything to make it in time. But what I'm thinking of doing is, first of all, I've got a new graphic for the exit. I've also added doors and key graphic. So I want to implement those three things. I've also got, let me see what I got up here. I've got a new graphic for the motion tracker. I'm going to add that as well. Oh, yeah, there it is. I called it motion ping 2. I probably shouldn't call it motion ping. I've got a vending machine, I've got a tree, and I've got a locker. I'm going to implement all those things. And if I get them in, I'm going to say this is a very successful code stream. And if I don't get them in, it's fine. Not a big deal. Let me actually write that down. Vending machines. Okay. Doors and keys. New exit graphic. New motion tracker graphic. New tree. Oh, emergency cache, yeah, and then tree. And we will probably have to implement a new object type to make all that work. And I forgot the name that I was going to call it, because I don't want to make it a mob, because if we make it a mob, then it will interrupt our autopilot. That's the only reason. I don't want to interrupt that. So I don't want to be like, oh, there's a door. You cannot auto move. You just can't. I also figured out, I also updated the toolbar. So, well, we can't see it here, but if I press play and then I put on literally anything, it's broken. Okay, great. Hold on. That's what it is. It looks different in this. I guess I can't just replace the art file and then it'll update the toolbar, I guess. I don't understand. Well, what if we make the value... Oh, the value is 100. Well, why don't we see it? Hello? What if we hide... What if we just start hiding things? No under... Oh, it's offset. Okay. I thought the offset would hold. I thought wrong. Let's get that under in. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, no, this is fine. This is fine. I know what I did. I know what mistake I made. I can't fix that. Not easily. Do do I want to just correct the offset? I think I can just do that. 24, 25. Yeah, so what I originally had here was the whole bar and it was just being covered up. And then when I redid the graphic, I chopped part of it. And I shouldn't have done that. I was too smart for my own good. Now I gotta suffer. All right, yeah, I made the bar white, which makes it easy to tint. That's the reason. I think technically we did not have to do that. There's a way to change the actual color in the Sprite 2D rather than just colorizing or modulating it. I think there's a way. It's like a render object. I think we looked that up last time. I did a little research into that, and I think we're gonna do that. I don't know if we're gonna do that for the tool. Well, obviously not, because I already made this graphic change. But we're gonna have to do that for trees, because I have one sprite for a tree, and I have 3 different things the tree needs to make, and I can't like graphically. I need to be able to change the colors to represent the 3 different things that the tree can produce. So now that we have that going on, if we go to our tool, if we pick, I don't know, the floodlight. This is not code. If we go to our tool, floodlight, wasn't there a function we were implementing that's like get color? Get progress tint. So if we don't implement this, this will just return white. So for each tool, we want to add that function and we want to decide the color. But before I do that, I should test to make sure that that works. So let's get our floodlight. Get progress tint, return color yellow. The color of light. Oh, great. I'll fix that someday. It's yellow now. Let's do that for the flashlight as well. Oh, I should commit all this art. New art added, made progress bar for tools colorable. Bump. Okay, active camo. I don't know. To do implement camo, this whole thing is just a big old placeholder. This one can be red. This one can be teal. This one can be green. I don't know. This one shouldn't have any, so we'll just set that to black. Or actually, we don't need to define this. This one can stay white, that's fine. And then this one can be red. All right. Things are slightly more colorful, theoretically. Let's find one more tool. That's not it. Did I pick up? Okay, I did. Because I would like to murder these things really fast. There we go. Oh, it needs to charge up. Okay, yeah. That's perfect. Perfect. It's a different color. It indicates a different thing. Maybe I should have yellow be the countdown color, and teal can be the shield color. I can communicate what that bar is through color. I just need to think about that. To do set colors for tools in a way that expresses the progress bar better. Cool. Let's go ahead and implement the thing. Doors and keys. No. Exit first, because I actually have that going, and motion tracker as well. Okay, so this is our sprite. I have a better sprite. The thing is, the sprite is an animated sprite. So I think this is coming from Entity, and I defined it as a sprite 2D. No. Is it coming from item? Yeah, I defined it as a sprite 2D, which I shouldn't have done. There's no advantage to doing that. I don't remember why I did that. Set sprite frame. It's fine though. We can make this a little spaghetti. We can just ignore that sprite. I'm not going to delete it. I'm going to instead var anim sprite. Set sprite anim sprite equals animated sprite 2D anim sprite. That texture. This is definitely not how you call this. We don't even need this color modulate anymore. We're done with that. How do I call an animated sprite? There's a whole nonsense pile of code that I need to grab. Animated sprite 2D. So we grab a sprite sheet and then we grab all of this code. Okay, we don't add this as a texture yet because we need to set it up. We need to set that. Oh, but I need that res string. But that's not the player, it's the exit now. Is it the exit? Where did I put it? Did I put it in mob? Oh, it's not a mob. Did I put it in item? I did, because it's technically an item. Oh wait, no, this is the script. I'm trying to look at the art. It's not there. Did I put it in tools? No. I put door in here as a mob, but that is not what we're going to be doing long term. Did I not export the exit? That does not seem like me. I'll just export it again. Export to exit.png. Where am I exporting it to? All right, where am I exporting this to? The base folder. No, I see it. Yeah, it's here. There it is. Okay. I don't know why that happened. Anyway, let's go ahead and do that. Set that up. All right. The frame width and the frame height is 16 and 16. The exit, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 frames. So I'm going to set that up. And then this function, I'm not going to think about too hard. I know that that is setting up my frame. We don't need that. Anim sprite. Anim sprite. Anim sprite. Anim sprite. The exit, a little spaghetti, but we now have an animated exit. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. I see a way I can improve it, but why is it shuddering? It's shuddering on the okay, hold on. Let me set the grid so I can properly evaluate this. View grid, show grid. It looks like it's the last frame. Is it off by, oh, it's off by 1. Okay, whatever. Let me just fix that. Oh, I can't fix that. There we go. Save, export to that file. Wait for Godot to realize, hey, this file looks different. There it is. At some point, we need to add a thing that says, when you go on that, are you sure you want to go down to the next level? Add a little prompt. All right. Motion tracker wants a graphic. I think we're setting that up in our viz handler, which is a decision. Handler, visibility handler. Yeah, instead of just spawning a sprite, we're gonna have to spawn a is this the kind of thing where I can load this frame once and then just reuse it? Because I feel like that's gonna be a lot more efficient than what I'm doing right now. Init var sprite frames. I need to name this sprite frames. When we init, okay, I was hoping that I could just copy and paste the code. No, I just want the this. Just want that. Go back to the visibility handler. Put this code in. 1 second. Okay. I gotta set the H frames. First of all, where is this art? Where did I put it? Motion ping 2. Can we not call it motion ping 2? Can we call it motion ping? I did make a number of failed art attempts. So you don't get to see that because I don't want to show it. And also me streaming art increases the likelihood of me failing. So that's just not in the cards, I'm afraid. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 H frames. Okay. So now this sprite frame is set up with our, we should call it something. Motion sprite frames. Okay, and then now why is this here? Oh, I see. Don't worry about it. Create a new animated sprite 2D. The texture is equal to loading. The sprite frames is equal to frames. The animation is equal to default, and then we hit play, and then we add it as a child, and we're good. We take these lines basically, and we're good. Motion sprite frames. Okay, we don't need any of that. We already, oh, level.addChild. That's perfectly fine. The anim sprite position can equal the mob position, and then blips.append anim sprite. What is the blips? That's probably for clearing them. That's how we clear them. Yeah, okay. When we redraw visibility, we delete all blips, and then we make them again. It's just easier that way. Okay, I need to give myself a motion tracker. Oh, what am I doing? Don't do that. Motion tracker. Motion scanner. Great. Take the floodlights, take the motion scanner. Let's turn on the floodlight. There's the exit. Turn on the motion scanner. We should start seeing pings. There's one. That looks like there's two. That is not how the animation should look. Oh my goodness. Is that right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or the anim, there's something wrong. There's definitely not that many. Oh, it's not despawning. It's not despawning them. Why not? I know why not. Let's go to our visibility handler. We are adding this as a child, and then we're getting rid of it. But because we never get rid of this, it doesn't get freed. Maybe we need to say blips dot like stop. Hold on, let me see what functions we have in animated sprite. Stop. I mean, the problem is we want these to go away. So level dot remove child I dot q free. So we're calling q free on the anim sprite. So they should go away. Oh, are we doing a thing where we're editing the array? Oh no, we're not editing the no, we're not editing the array. Never mind. Let's just print I. See what we're dealing with. We can say with certainty that the pings are not getting cleaned up. If I turn off the motion tracker, no, they're still there. They're just there forever. Are you not allowed to call Q free on an animation if it's still playing? Is that what that is implying? I dot stop. Oh no, that didn't work. It didn't even stop that. We're not even, wait, we're not even printing. Oh, I deleted the print line. Okay. Well, shoot. I was hoping this would be an easy thing. Print I. We're not printing I. Are we not adding to the blips? Are we not adding them to the blips? Blips.append. Did I do a thing where blips is, oh, I declared it as a sprite duty. That's what I did. Of course. I need to stop doing that because it's breaking me into jail. God. Type checking is supposed to make code safer. It's supposed to make code that will error out if you try and do something dumb. The dumb was me thinking I could. Anyway, this works now. So there's some motion showing up on our motion tracker. Yeah, it's a butterfly. It'd be fun to put ghosts in the walls. They just move randomly. They show up on the motion tracker. They can't harm you. Anyway, this works. We can move on. Let me remove the print line. Probably don't need this stop. Actually, I do want to test that. Okay. All right. What was the other graphic that I had fixed? The pings. Oh, I think I wrote it down. New exit graphic, new motion tracker graphic. Maybe that was it. Let's implement doors now. This one I'm really scared about because this is relying on my code being not sloppy, and I know that's not true. So we need to see, first of all, how are we handling collisions? Because we're going to have to update that. Because we're going to implement a new entity. Right now, all of our entities are either the player or mobs. And if you're the player and you hit an entity, we're just assuming that you've hit a mob and we're punching them. But we want to implement a neutral, I don't know, interactable. What's a good word for that? Because I don't want to call them interactable. They're interactable. You can collide with them. You can't punch them. If you run into like it's a door. If you touch the door, you open the door. If it's a vending machine, you open the vending machine prompt. It's like, please insert your iron or whatever. If it's a message board, it'll give you the message when you interact with it. Wait, what do I call that? These are all like non-moving. I don't know. In my notes, I call them doodads, and that's a dumb name. I mean, there's worse names, but do I want to call them doodads? No. Shoot. World object, not object. Object is a reserved word. Thing. Complex machine. Machine. I could call it a machine. What are the machines? No, not. That's not. Entity. Entity's already a name. I'm literally looking at it. It's like trees, doors, signs, trader, vendor, do I just call them doodads anyway? Oh no. So I actually need one more object in addition to this one, and that object is going to be a lot more passive because its purpose is just to exist. It's just decorative. So a deco. I think that's a fine name. But this utility? No, I already have a utility anyway. Interact. No. Approachable? No. I think the idea is that these objects don't move. So I could say like non-mob, but that's not descriptive. Immob? That's a poor name, but it is good enough. Immobs. Mechanism? No. I'm just gonna see what words I can come up with by hitting the thesaurus. Mechanism, thesaurus. Apparatus, appliance, tool. No, we already have tool. Device, no. Implement, utensil, contrivance, contraption, system, structure, struct. That's a C thing, but I don't care. Tackle, gadget. Gizmo, working. Utensil, instrument. Maybe I can just ask like AI, what describes a door, a tree, and a signpost? Liminal marker, structural or navigational element. No. Prop, I guess. I mean, that does describe, like, that's better than doodad, and it does describe a door, a tree, a locker, a vending machine, a prop. Yeah, okay, sure. Let's just call them a prop and move on. Let it call new folder, props. Oh, I can't open this folder because it doesn't have any scripts to open. Prop. Welcome aboard, prop. Extends entity. That means we're going to have to implement some functions. Tell me about it. Cool. They can't be abstract. They have to actually exist in this. Oh, no, wait. This is going to be abstract too. Just kidding. Abstract class name prop. We don't need this. We don't need any of this. We're good. We're going to implement a prop called the door. Like entities, it thinks. So we have a do turn, do move. Oh, wait. No, we don't want to have a do move. We want to have a do turn. Take turn. I think the mob has that as well. We want to take that function. Why did I put that in the mob and not in the entity? Because I did plan this out. That's why. Why do I do things? Why not? We take our entity class here. We have the function take turn. Some props need to handle themselves. They need to handle their state. There we go. All right, now we have a door. Now I got to implement a bunch of functions. We got to implement deal damage. Last name Door. Okay. Pass. Take turn. Oh, there is take turn. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, because it's abstract here. That's why I couldn't see it. I'm dumb. All right, it wasn't in mob, actually. It was in entity after all. I was smart. Yeah, no, that's right. Great. That makes our life simpler. So this doesn't need anything. It doesn't need anything at all. We still want the take turn function because that's where we're gonna have our primary thing. We need to set up the sprite, and the sprite is actually pretty complicated because this is the first sprite sheet that I've made that has vertical. It's got states. So I'm envisioning that doors have 4 states. Var locked equals locked, var powered. So a door can be locked or unlocked, and if it's locked, you got to get the key. Easy. The door could be powered or unpowered, and if it's unpowered, you have to give it a little bit of your energy to power it up. And it can be both of these things. What of? Deal damage. Yeah, I don't see us working with that function. There's a world where we no, never mind. We do need to have a like on touched function. Because that's where the meat and potatoes of this object are going to be. The take turn is going to be simple. In Rogue has doors, and Rogue doors, you open them and then they're open. I feel like having doors that close themselves after a set amount of time is more interesting. So take turn. If the door's open after 10 turns, close. I'm just going to do that. We need to set up the sprite though. Okay, so sprite is the entity. That's just anything, right? Entity. Where do I specify the sprite? I don't. I can do whatever I want. Great. Okay. Let's go back to the door. We're going to var. This one's going to be complicated. So the door has 4 states. It has idle, locked, unpowered, and in the process of opening. And I need all of those states, so let's just do them. There's no easy way to do this other than just doing it. It's probably a lot easier to do this in the editor. If we like make a scene and then we instantiate door instead of trying to do this in the code. Could save ourselves a lot of stress if we did that, but that that's just not what we're going to do. So let's grab all this code. Back to door. Get sprite. Var anim sprite equals animated sprite dot 2d dot new. We're going to load our door. I think I put it here, and that's not its final place. So let's give it its final place. Bop. Bum, 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 bum. So exits are actually technically they're tools, I think. I don't remember. What does exit inherit? An exit is an item. Okay, so it's not a consumable. It's not a tool. Never mind. But door. Is this not sorted? Where did I put the door? Oh, I put it in mobs. That's right. There it is. cut. Really, we have to do this the dumb way. Yep, our first prop. Art's prop door. Okay, we get a sprite frame.new, 16 by 16. The H frames count is there's 5, and then there's 4 V frames. And we're gonna have 4 animation states. Opening. Right. So we need to, okay, so, oh, brain, come on. We need to set up the first animation frame. So in v range.vframes count, no. That's not correct. I see. This logic is, I see. So we actually want to get rid of that. Okay, we make a new Atlas texture and then actually I don't need these variables because I'm just going to hard code it because I don't want to like maybe there's a way for Godot to intelligently figure out my sprite sheet, but I don't care. All right, that sets up the opening by doing it that way. And then we need to set up 3 more. Idle, closed. There's only 2 sprites. I see why I gave myself this set get sprite function. I see why I did that. Locked. And then unpowered. And this one is unanimated. Okay, we need an init function. Or I guess we can just say by default we're unlocked. And then we leave it up to the level generator to say, hey, lock your shit. So by default, closed. I think I need to return this anim sprite actually. And I don't need to add it as a child because the entity code is going to do that. It only does that if we're calling do move. Do we never call this function? Incredible. All right. All that work. It's okay, because in our init, we're going to call this function. Why do wait, I have 2 get sprites? No, I don't. Func init get sprite. I don't need to return anything. What we could do actually is say init is locked bool equals false is powered, bool equals false. Locked equals is locked. Powered equals is powered. Oh, I should say that the default is true. And then down here, we just put a little logic that says if unpowered, that's not the variable. The variable is powered. If powered, if we're not powered, unpowered. Elif locked. Elif else what is it? Closed. Okay. Well, we'll need to add a few more functions here, but for now we should, okay, pass. We should be able to spawn a door and it'll exist. We should be able to spawn it in 3 states. So let's go to our thing handler. When we say add child here, we're adding this child to itself. Oh no, but oh, this is the door. Okay, so as long as the door is add childed to something, we're good. I need in my level to have a prop array. So we got items, we got mobs. Now we need props. Although, no, yeah, we need props. We're probably going to want an add prop, remove prop. Func add prop, prop. Did I call it props? I did. Okay, good. That's good. So all we have to do is now call add prop. Do I have add mob? Oh, I need to make it solid because props are solid. Yes. If a star grid set the point solid equal to its position. We can do it after the appending. And then if we remove the prop, we should set the point to no longer be solid. Maybe I should set the A star grid first. That probably matters. That's probably safer. Okay. When did the mob get parented? Oh. We're just expected to do that. In my level manager, am I doing that? Let me look at floor 1. Floor 0. Yeah, I've been doing that this whole time. All right, that's fine. For now, let's just add a prop and see what happens. Dot new. This one we want to say is locked true. Var prop. Prop.init. I don't have an init function for this. I'm going to assume that I'm inheriting that from the entity. Let me go check what that is. Nope. I must be inheriting it from items. Init. Set the position. Set the sprite. Add child. Okay. I do need a function that does that, don't I? Do I have that for mobs? How am I specifying the location for mobs? For strategy, how are you implementing add enemies? You're just setting the position. We can do that. You're gonna set the thing to visible, okay. So this function don't exist, so we shouldn't bother with it. Prop dot visible equals false. Actually, we should make that true because we don't currently reveal it. Player loc plus vector 2i 20. Oh, and I need to add it as a child. It's so dumb that I've set this up this way. So I'm just gonna push and add child prop. So if you add it to the level, it gets childed for free. So we've added one door and it's locked. We're going to add another door. And it's unpowered. And then we're going to add another door, and this one is just a normal door. All right, let's see our doors. That animation is way too fast, but I like it. Let's go back to our door. I think we need to set that. Like speed, frames.speed. Godot animated sprite 2D speed. Actually, I think I can just go up here, click this. There's probably a speed scale. There it is. What if we just set that? We can set that to like 0.2. Now that's going to be a problem with the door opening animation because that's going to make that go slow too. So this may be something where we adjust the speed scale when the door is in the opening stage, and then when that's reversing, we once it's done reversing, we set the speed scale back. Bar speed scale 0.2 opening 0.8, I don't know, 1. So we can just over here set this to speed scale. All right, we need to be able to open this door, and so we're gonna need a function to do that. And we're gonna, okay, first of all, let's make it so that we can see doors before we do anything further. Let's make it so that we can see props. Handler, visibility handler. Okay. Okay, so that's just this. We're just going to copy this. For prop and level.props. We got this post based on the prop position. If it's in a square that's visible, then we make it visible. We don't even need this. Oh, we never need to hide it. We never need to hide it. Hey, okay. Yeah, once we see a door, we've seen the door forever. Oh, great, the exit's in the way. Okay. There's a door on the exit. Okay, so hold on. We can test this out if we go to our door and we tell it not to be visible. Well, that's not handled on the door. That's handled on the floor strategy. Take this and we turn off this. Can we discover doors? Why is that visible? I guess I need to set this to false. Damn it. Damn it. What are the odds that I start next to the wall on my east? Thank you. Okay. So we see the doors and they're there forever. We see them forever. All right, we turn the floodlight on. That confirms. Yeah, all right. Let's do the hardest case. The hardest case is the door is unlocked. So we need to handle opening it. So in the movement handler, we've got a thing. Player.doMove. I think we only care about the player moving. So where's doMove? We're just using the entity move. That's fine. So I guess anything can open a door if we ever teach it how to do that. That's not what I intended, but that's fine. Okay. If self is mob, return. Get parent dot automove equals false. Okay, for mob and level dot mobs. Okay, first, before we check the mobs, for props and level dot props. If target loc equals grid mapper dot pixel to grid prop position level, then we found our prop. We do a lot of checks here to make sure the player is allowed to attack. We don't need to do that because we're not attacking. Prop dot interact with what do I call this function? Do I call it interact? Receive interaction. when on interaction. Oh my gosh. For props in level.props? Insane. Oh, also, if we hit a prop, we don't need to finish. We did it. Return. I can also say the same for here. If there's 2 mobs in a square, we're only going to hit 1. We're not going to hit every mob in the square. All right, now all we have to do, well, if we run now and we run into a door, instant crash because prop.interact doesn't exist. Let's go to props. Let's add an abstract function, interact. Do I need to pass anything? Because the mob, I'm pretty sure I need to pass who is interacting with. Self. So we pass in the entity that is interacting with. We don't need it, but we're doing it. It's just healthy. It's good for you. We probably should have done that for... Oh no, we did do that for the combat handler. Just kidding. Yeah, we probably should have done the thing that we did. Abstract. Interact. Interactor. Entity. Unexpected identifier. Oh, we don't even need to name it. Funk. All right, then we go to our door. We got to give it the interact function. Okay, so someone's interacting with us. We're a door. If we're locked, return. Locked. Maybe we should actually return a message. We should say like, hey, idiot. Get parent dot get parent. So the first get parent gets us the level. The second get parent gets us main dot label handler dot set message. Yeah. All right. That's good enough just to test. Let's find the door that's locked. It's this one. Locked. Excellent. Unpowered. If powered. If we're not powered. No power. We'll have to bring up a prompt. Because I think I just want you can touch the door and you can give it power instantly. I don't want it to just block you, but else the door is not locked and it has power. So we open. Ooh, Big Man 24/7. Welcome. Thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. What have you been up to? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? We got this door. We're going to open it. We're going to open it. Making a Unity game? Awesome. What kind of game? Rivenmain98900. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to define a function. Open door. Because this is a complicated logic. This is a complicated logic. What we need to do is, first of all, I might need a function closed? We by default we're closed. Okay. No, this function is pointless. Just kidding. What we can do if we want to check to see if we're closed, we can check what our no. I do. Okay. One thing at a time. Open door. If we're calling open door, we're assuming that we are closed and that we need to open. This is the signal. We don't need to worry about like weird, crazy exceptions and all that. 2D arcade game creation and destroying planets for points. Oh, that sounds fun. Sounds actiony. Big man 24/7, but stream 1x2 just to be precise. What are you working on? We're working on a roguelite. We are we can't do it right now. Not while this function is borked. We are a dude on Mars, and we're trying to get to the bottom of this dungeon, and I can't implement this door strategy because of a parser error. Okay, what's the parser error? If you've ever heard of a game called Reaping the Dungeon, this is inspired by that, crossed with Rogue. So there's our doors, and they don't work yet. And then here's our dungeon. It looks suspiciously like a Rogue dungeon because it's the exact same level gen strategy. Oh, okay. Someone down there on the motion tracker. I'm just gonna... It's a bat. Gonna... Oh, I can't shake them. That's right. I'm just gonna shoot them. Oh, I need to set a crosshair. That's the other thing I forgot. Also, I need to... My character doesn't have art yet. Also, the firing animation is borked. Are you Godot OTP? This is my first Godot game, so I don't know. I've tried making a game in Unity in the past, but I did not succeed. I ran out of motivation. And then the games that I made before that, I just wrote in Python. I used libtcod, but beyond that, no. This is the first time I've used Godot. Anyway, this looks more and more like a game every day. There's still so many placeholder bits though, and it's so like, please forgive the jank. We got to get this door open. Games in Python will be like a website build. I mean, they can. I mean, you could make a web game in Python. Open door. Okay, so to open the door, what we need to do is, first of all, we need to set ourselves to no longer be solid. So get parent dot, that's the level, and then we need to go in the viz handler dot, or no, do we need to go in the viz handler? Because doesn't the level have the A star graph? Where's the A star graph? It's here. Okay. So we don't need to go in the viz handler. We just A star grid dot set point solid mob position self, but instead of the mob position, we're gonna use the doors position. Okay, we pass in our position, and then we pass in the level. Oh, and then I need to make this false. I made a game in Godot for Jam 2. Oh, that's awesome. I'm really enjoying Godot. It's sick. This is my favorite engine. I can see it being a problem if you want to make something like complicated, or if you want to make something that like I don't want to say cutting edge. Something that is more than a like small game. I could see if like the lack of tools you end up getting boxed in by in a way that Unity or Unreal won't. But no, this is great. I'm enjoying this a lot. Okay, so we call open door. Let's just test that. If we touch the door, it should become liquid, or it should become non-solid. Oh, not locked ones, of course. Have you seen the Orchestrator add-on in Godot? It makes it like Unreal Engine blueprints. I have not seen that. I've not seen any add-ons. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Well, the door works. We have made this door do that. The logic is there. For 2D, it's really good. Next 2D game, I'd probably be in Godot. How is it for 3D? Because I was planning on making a 3D game in Godot after this. Not for a while. Not until March at the earliest. But I am curious because, you know, this is here. It's just been here the whole time, watching me. And I'm curious. We need the animation to play. We need this door to appear like it's opening. And that should be simple. That should just be like anim sprite dot. Oh, I don't save the anim sprite. That's a mistake. That's a huge mistake. Yeah, I need to save that so I can edit it. Anim sprite dot open. Nope. What is it? Add animation? No. Set animation? It's just animation. Dot animation dot. And then what did we call it? Opening. We're so smart. I think we want to set the speed as well. Opening scale speed. Anim sprite dot speed. Force? Float? What was it called? Speed factor? Scale. Speed scale. Equals opening speed scale. Cool. Let's just test that out, see if that works. I see some interesting 3D games like what Jitspo is with this game Cook. I just don't know how much it can handle. I assume if you want like something with a million billion features, Godot may not scale. That's just a factor of like how much work has gone into the Unity engine and the Unreal engine versus the Godot engine. Okay, moment of truth. We're gonna touch the door in 3, 2, 1. All right, non-existent function animation in base animated sprite 2D. How is that possible? I'm calling it down here. I'm dumb. That's not a function, that's a property. You don't put parentheses on properties. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, problem. Problem. That should not loop. How do I make that not loop? No loop. Disable looping in the sprite frames panel or set animation loop false in GD script. Okay, is that true? Well, it's not true here, but maybe it's true in the sprite frame. Set animation loop. Oh, I can set that on creation. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, cool. Let me just not go to the script. Add frame up here. Frames.add animation opening. Frames.set animation loop opening false. Never do that. We're never doing that. All right, let's see it. Oh, that feels good. We have a door. Now it never closes. That's fine. We have this do think. Sorry, take turn. Door timer. Let's set a door timer. Time equals 10. Door timer. When we open the door, we set the door timer equal to the door open time. And then on take turn, are we doing that? I don't think we're taking turn. I don't think that, okay, hold on. I'm a door. Doors are not thinking right now. All right, so we need to get our doors thinking so that they know when to close. That is handled in the level... No, in the movement handler. I should just rename that to the turn handler because that's what it is. Down here, mob.takeTurn, mob.countdown effects. For prop, let's do this in the order. Props first. For prop in level.props, prop.takeTurn level. Back to our door. Are we taking a turn? We're going to be taking 3 turns. Yeah, there it is. Good job. I mean, we can just have the door open time, the door timer constantly decrement. It'll never underflow. This can't fail. Door timer minus equals 1. We should have it stop at 0. If the door timer is at 0, then we need to close the door. We need to try to close the door. Famous last words because I've said them. Yep. Throwing all those death flags out there. We can't lose though. we can't crash. Maybe I should have a function close door. All right, so we're going to assume that when we close the door in this case, we can do it. We should not call close door without checking first. That means we need to check to make sure there's no mobs or the player is not standing in the door. Mobs are not standing in the door. It's not the end of the world if they do. No, it is the end of the world, actually. It is. It'll ruin the A-star grid. We should just make sure that doesn't happen. I don't need to let me think. So this is the animation we want. And I do need a door open variable so that I can check here and door open. Then we call this here door open equals true. Okay, if the door is open and the door timer is there, we'll just close the door for now, but we need it to do check if we can close the door safely. If not, return close door. Because I want this animation to. What happens when I call this? Does anything happen? Instantly crash. We can't do this on nil. Are you insane? Set that to 0. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, well, that does qualify as an experiment. I did learn something, not something useful, but I learned something. Just setting the animation here doesn't do anything. I need to reverse it. Anim sprite. I'm pretty sure there's just a reverse function. Play backwards. From end equals true. Okay. All right, let's play that backwards. Let's not do it yet, though. First, we need to get lucky. Thank you. All right, open the door. It's open into a wall, but we can walk through it because... Yeah, all right, and now it's closed, and we can never... Oh, we never set door closed equals false. Door open equals false. It's like the animation should not be repeating. Okay, so we play the anim sprite backwards. We need to set a signal when the animation is done to switch to our closed animation. And then we need to set the speed. I'm scared. How do I do this? This is one of those things I've been procrastinating about. Animation signals. So I think all I need to do is hook into the animation finish signal. And how do you set signals? This signal is not emitted if an animation is looping. Perfect. So this will only trigger on the animation that we've set to not loop, which is this one. We need to check to make sure that the door is closed when we call this signal. Okay. Godot signal how to. I'm ready. I'm ready. Teach me. In code, please. I speak the code. All right. Call the connect method. Okay, get a reference to the timer from the sprite 2D. Call the connect method on the timer's timeout signal. What? So we get the node, and then we connect on timer timeout. And I'm assuming that's a signal that the timer has. Because I want to connect to animation finished. So what I want is self dot. Actually, I think I can set that up in the init, huh? Self dot connect. No, it's not self, it's anim sprite. Connect animation finished. I'm definitely doing this wrong. This is definitely wrong. Timer.timeout. Oh, is timeout? Okay, so is timeout the signal? Okay, so do I want like animation finished? Dot connect. And then I need to define the function on anim finish, on door anim finish. Okay, and I need to call it func, not function. That's gross. Just I need to wash my hands now. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. If the door is open, return. We don't want to do anything. If the door is closed, we want to set the anim sprite dot animation equals on closed. And then we want to set the anim sprite dot speed scale equals speed scale. That's it. We're done. Let's press the play button and watch this happen. Cool. Let's just go to the next level and skip. Can you stop doing that? I hate my past me for being so lazy with this level gen. Here we go. Okay. The door's open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why isn't it playing? I gotta press play. Okay. Noted. All right. You got it. I probably need a function unlock door and a function power door. And then we're going to repeat this song and dance. Who knew implementing doors would be so complicated and take so long? Yes, it's blinking. It works. Now we just, okay, so the last thing we need to do is make sure we don't close the door on the player. Or that happens. That's precisely the problem. Very easy though. This is going to be so easy. Take turn. We got to check to make sure this door is safe. If is point solid. There it is. Oh, that was the correct number of what? Oh, there's an if statement, right? This line is too big. I can't read it. Okay, if get parent, let's just get rid of that. There we go. All right. Now I don't have a way of testing this because I don't have a way of passing the turn. So we're just going to really quick implement being able to pass the turn. What is it? What did I click on? Not the right thing. P wait. And you can wait by pressing spacebar. You can wait by pressing the num5 key. You can wait by pressing period because I don't know. I didn't come up with these conventions. And then we go to main where our keys are, and we or event.is action pressed p wait true. Why am I passing in a true? Let me just do a quick scan of the code to make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, that's fine. We don't need to wait when we're shooting. That's never happening. Movement handler. Why am I passing in a Boolean? I'm confused. Oh, I'm not passing in a Boolean. I'm calling the is action pressed has a Boolean. Okay. My bad. Oh, my bad. Why is it complaining about my parentheses? Expected closing thing after call arguments? Oh, that's why. Missing a comma. All right, movement handler. All right, hey, if this is a... Well, we don't actually need to do anything, but I'm going to write that out. P, wait, true, pass. Cool. Now what we can do is we can go in this door and we can wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I should actually test to make sure that works. Okay, yeah, it works. Yes, waiting works. Now we'll just wait here. There we go. We did it. Back to door, because we're not done. That's the easy part. We've implemented take turn, and I think that is done. We have this powered and locked. The way that I envision you unlock a door is there's a key on the level, and if you get the key says get every door on the level and unlock it. And you can't take the keys to the next level. The keys they don't even go in your inventory. You pick it up, the doors instantly. They're like, got it. No longer locked. Func unlock door. This is super easy. What is the variable? Locked equals false. Set anim. If the door is powered, set the animation sprite to, I don't know why I'm scrolling down here to grab it. That seems very inefficient. Especially when my scroll wheel is not good. There we go. The door is unlocked. Now we need to implement a key so that we can test this. All right. Items, consumables. I think, like, where's my consumable object? Oh, here it is. Okay. Consume UI update. How does a thing get consumed? Remove self from inventory. Okay, so I just... How is this getting added to the inventory? Oh, it's not consume. It's not consume that I want. It's the item stepped on. That's the function. On step on. You got the thing. Okay, so we just need to overwrite this on step on function. So for the key, on step on, if the stepper is the player and the stepper, blah, 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 if the stepper is the player, put a message, you got the cryptographic key, whatever we want to call it. Remove the item, remove the child, and then we get the level. We say for each door in the level, unlock that bitch. We're good. Let's go. This is a consumable. Add new. Is it a consumable? I don't think it is. It's not a tool or a weapon. I'll just put it here in this folder. Script. Key. Extends item. Class name key. Let's get rid of these functions. We got to implement a couple of functions because we like to torture ourselves. Oh, this is the only one? All right. This one's easy. Set sprite. It's not abstract, it's actually extract. We're going to take another function that has already implemented this, and we're just going to copy what it is. Boom. Now we're not using the funnel. Okay, now I have to figure out where I put the key in my art. Now I have to figure out, did I add a key to my art? So we're going to play this game. Is it a consumable? I put it in the consumables. All right. I thought of it as a consumable because it's like you touch it and you immediately use it. That made sense to me when I was drawing, and I'm in a different headspace when I'm drawing versus when I'm writing code. So problems sometimes. There's some split brain activity going on there, I think. Func on thing on stepper entity. Give me the item. Give me this whole function. Oh, I need to set the inv string. Position vector 2 16.0. That's a weird place to put this. Func init there inv string equals if the stepper is the player and that's all we want to care about. We're not going in the belt. Okay, so we're an item for I in get parent dot props, and then we're not I, we're prop. For prop and props, if prop is door, prop dot unlock door. Oh, we did it. We're done already. Let's put one in the level. And let's unlock the door. Instead of this oxide gun, what if we just put a key there? Okay, so we got the key, and I'm not good at... I don't apologize for how that looks. Instantly unlocked. Good sign. We have two doors. Are they going to close separately? They did. All right. We got this no power door. And I'm happy with that. Coming soon, we will have the door power. It's just a prompt. I don't actually know off the top of my head, and I want to look it up. I don't want to just like research it live. I don't know how you grab input from the player. I don't know how to pause the game and be like, yo, before we proceed, press 1, 2, or 3. What we could do, and I'm not going to do this, but what we could do is we could make a new state in our main function, state door prompt, and then we pass in, like we pass in a door. The door says, okay, set the mode of the game to door check. And then this function will get the input. I don't want to do that because this is already a nightmare. 260 lines. That's not that many lines, but this is still a nightmare. I don't want to do that. I would rather a prompt pops up whenever you hit the door from the door. So I need to figure out how to do that. But I will... Why is this... Give me a warning. Oh, because I'm never using interactor. That's not my problem. Func power door. Powered equals true. If locked sprite.animation equals locked, else sprite.animation equals closed. Sprite.play. A cool. Now that we have doors and they work, and we just need to figure out a way to make the player able to call that function, we can start throwing them in our level. what we can do, doing this in a clever way requires me to implement a more intelligent level mapper, a level strategy that can kind of, I don't want to just put a key randomly, because there's a chance that if I put the key just in a random spot, it'll be behind the door that I need to unlock with. And there's ways to check for that. There's ways to be like, all right, if I put a key, okay, I put the door down. Now I'm going to pick a location for a key, and then I'm going to go to the A-star grid, and I'm going to say, can I path to the exit from, not the exit, can I path to the player start position from this position? And if the answer is yes, we can put the key there. And if the answer is no, we cannot put the key there because it's behind a locked door. That's simple. The problem is we don't have the A-star grid set up until the level is fully generated. So we'd have to make that happen sooner. But also an A-star grid, that's not what it's intended for. Like, that's not the purpose of that. There are better data structures for figuring out where the best place to put puzzle items / keys in a level is. And I need to make that up. Anyway, all that to say, I'm just going to stop working on that. We're going to say we've implemented doors and keys. Great job. We got the new exit graphic in. We got the new motion tracker graphic in. Vending machines. This is, I can implement them. They're a prop. The problem is I want them to prompt the player. Like, you don't just touch the vending machine and it just instantly gives you a thing. It's like, it should ask, do you want to spend X to get Y? Ideally, it does that in a cool, like someone who knows how to draw art, not me, makes something that looks cool, that pops up, that's like, do you want to trade X for Y? And then, barring that, we're just going to do it in text. Oxygen health dispensers, same problem. Let me implement them, though. They are props. I'm actually going to draw a distinction between the vending machines and the oxygen dispensers. Dispenser. Implements propped. Extends prop. Class name dispenser. These take energy and they give you oxygen or health. And I'm thinking what would be cool is if you could only use them once. And then they burn out. So I've made the art accordingly. So this needs an anim sprite. So we need to take the same logic, not the same logic, but we need to take the same logic we used for the exit. Apply it to this, but we're gonna have two states. Var active. Let me implement this function that the game is, that Godot is complaining about. The game. Expected a function name after func. I wish I could just right click and it spawns functions. Where's my prop? Give me that. Func interactor entity pass, because we're not ready yet. First, we want to implement the thing that makes the dispenser appear. I'm going to go to the exit, copy and paste the code, because I love copy and pasting code. Maybe that's a sign that I should make a helper. No, it's not. I think I copied the wrong amount of code. There's probably a really cool design pattern for implementing sprites in a way that you can just hard code, but I don't know it. Did I add this art? I don't think I did. I need to go import it. Arts. I might have called it like Vendispense or something. That was silly because that makes it impossible to find. It's not a mob. I'm just going to re-export it. It's fine. We're just going to re-export it. Here it is. Export as... I called it Replevend. I mean, that's... Sure, that's a name. I don't hate it. I have some self-esteem in this one particular case. Export. All right, this is going to be in the props. Maybe I shouldn't call it that. I should call it dispenser. We can save Replevend for the replicator. Dispenser. All right, this has 4 animated frames and 1 non-animated frame. Don't need this. Oh no, I do need that. I do need that. What I do need though is frames.animation add animation inactive. And then we call that Atlas again. Do I need to call the sprite sheet again? Is that necessary? Couldn't I just recycle that? But it's in a loop, so, and this code at Cargo Cult, I'm doing it because whoever wrote this code before me did it. H frames 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Oh, and this doesn't need to be in a loop because I'm just hard coding it like that. Oh, well. There we go. Why is this complaining? Identifier V, well, let's just go 0 then. The last dispenser must be implement other functions. No one cares. Anything else? Damage int equals 1. Func take turn level pass. We're not taking a turn. We have to implement get sprite. There it is. Okay, for now we're just gonna have interact if active else get parent dot label handler dot set message don't work. We interact. For now, to do implement this, for now we're just going to have it turn itself off. func deactivate. Deactivate means active equals false, and then we go to the anim and we change that to inactive, and then we hit play. That's it. Oh, we don't need to hit play. I mean, it's one frame. I don't know. I don't know what'll happen if we do that. Let's go ahead and add a dispenser to the level. Instead of we can add another prop. Dispenser. Let's go ahead and add it at 1, 0. No, I think there's something there. 2, 3. 3, 0. So it's behind the doors. Great. Try again. Great. Great. Try again. Stop trolling me. Okay, well, at least we can do that. It's blown a fuse. All right, so I don't see it, so that's a problem. We never added we never added it to the level. No, that's not true. We added it right there. What is happening? What did I miss? Did I forget to add it as a child? No, it's right there. Oh, I never called get sprite. Func init get sprite. No, that didn't work. Let me check. How are we doing in exit? Oh, we're not. Okay, how are we doing it in door? Add child, anim sprite.play. What am I missing? Is this, did I give it the wrong, is arts props dispenser nothing? Oh, it's prop, that's why. Yeah. I wish this would tell me like, hey, you tried to load a thing, but there's no file there. That's okay. All right, we've got a dispenser here. We touch it. It's blown a fuse, but it's still animated. Well, deactivate worked because, like, yeah, but it didn't switch this. So what am I missing? What did I miss? Anim.play. Did I typo? Anim sprite.animation. Inactive is a thing. Why isn't it working? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It said it's blown a fuse too early. I can spell deactivating. I just choose not to. Yeah, we're not printing active, so we actually never called the deactivate function. But why? Because we never set this active. Theoretically, we could spawn a dispenser that's just broken. Alright, it actually was working the whole time. We were the problem. My code was the problem. To do implement this. All right. And I don't know how I'm going to do that. So this is where we say we did it. No, we should not put doors in walls because then you can just escape the level. That's fine though. We can make the level handler handle that. Level handler, do not put doors on walls. Okay. Didn't I add a key to the... Thought I added a key. I don't know. And then here's the actual game. I don't have an oxide rifle anymore, so I can't just cheat through it, but that's okay. Oh no, the slime. Oh no! I'm getting eyeballed. I have a motion tracker. I should be using that. Oh, stun baton. Okay, I can fight my way now. Let me find... Oh my god, slimes. Settle down. Oh, shoot. I just passed up a med pack, but I think I have one, so... Alright. I'm just gonna... What the heck is that? Oh, that's a metal shield and a scout bot. Metal shield. Put that on. Put that on. To do, fix the graphics. Okay. Grind through that. Oh, that's a gun. That's a good gun. That uses up power fast, but you know, I think they want that. I think that's how it's supposed to be. Okay. Let me get out of here. Oh, I thought that was the last level. I don't know why I feel compelled to play this placeholder. It's for testing. That's why I'm doing it. It's for testing. I have a lot of eyes. Let's eat them. For energy. To do. Tell the player that they gained energy when they used that. Oh my god, come on. I can't stress how useful it is that when I press the fire button, it auto-targets the nearest enemy. I cannot stress how much harder it would be to test. It's the little things. What? Oh. I have been meaning to test this because I don't know what that bar looks like. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a bug. The biogel fabricator, you should reset your thing after you trigger. Let's fix that right now. That's why I play the game. It's to find bugs. We never reset the progress num. I don't know why I'm playing like I'm going to test that. I'm just going to trust that that works. Okay, we implemented the door. Implemented a dispenser. Some to-dos. 34 commits. That sounds like a very normal amount of commits. I'm going to skip vending machines, create emergency cache, and then create a tree. I think those are the last two things I'm going to do, and then I'm going to claim victory. So this is the arts. I don't spawn scripts in the arts folder. We go to the scripts folder, props. I need the, I don't know what to call it, box. Oh, I need to implement doodads. I haven't decided what I'm going to call them yet. I need to implement objects which you can't interact with. Their only purpose is to be visible on the map. I have to name that. What if we just to-do that part? All right, box, emergency box. Let's just call it box. No, let's call it emergency. I should call it box is too simple. Emergency box. Class name emergency box. There we go. Extend prop. Tell me about those functions. I'm working on it. Give me this function, and then it's going to ask me for other functions. Okay. This does not take a turn. Get sprite is very simple. Var sprite 2D or this sprite does have two modes, but it's not animated. It's open closed. So we can what we could do is we could just actually let this stay a prop. It'll think forever. It'll take a turn forever, but it'll never be interacted with. No, that's not true. It can be interacted with. If it's open, we set its solidity to false. But if a mob steps into the box and then we attack it, we'll check for props first. We'll see a box there and we'll go, oh, we're interacting with that, which is bad. That's not what we want. So no, we should definitely, when this thing opens, make the prop go away and replace it with a whatever tile bling, whatever. To do. Let's get the sprite first. I don't know if I exported that. Let's export it now. Export as locker. Locker's a better name than emergency box. Let's rename it so I don't feel bad. How do I implement? There it is. Okay. I need to parent this, don't I? Sprite.addChild. AddChild sprite. Okay, all we need to do at this point is print to do make lockers work. The idea is that the box is going to contain either a battery, an oxygen tank, or some med gel. And it won't decide that until you actually open it. It will spawn one of those items, and then it'll spawn an open box, sprite, whatever. And then, you know, that's it. That's the game. Let's go ahead and implement. Let's go ahead and spawn one just to see what it looks like. It's not going to do anything yet. This level is getting overcooked. And then instead of spawning a bunch of random items all over the map, we'll just spawn emergency boxes all over the map. There it is. I forgot to set the number of frames. That's my bad. I do that for tools. Every tool has... I do that for weapons too. Every weapon has 2 frames. Oh, it's just H frames. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, I really... All right, let's see it. Oh, we can see through doors. Oh no, if they're solid. That's right. We only check if we can see through walls. Is that fine? No. We should doors, just doors. Just doors should be line of sight blockers. We can hard code that. That's fine. That won't bite us in the ass. Hard coding things never bites us in the ass. That's why writing this code is so fun. Let's go to the what is it? Where's our line of sight code? I don't know. I think it was this. If trace path. Okay, so we just go to a trace path and we say, okay, if you trace a path, also do me a solid and check to make sure that we're not hitting a door. Okay, for prop in level.props. If prop is door, keep going. If prop dot position grid mapper dot pixel to grid prop position level equals destloc, we hit a door, return false. Okay, we shouldn't be able to... Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right, we touch this door, we touch this locker, and we get a to-do make lockers work. We touch this dispenser and it shuts off. Didn't I add a key to this level? Where's the key? Oh no. Oh no, that's no good. Not to worry. Door function. We need a function is open. I mean, we don't need it, but I'm doing it anyway. Func is open. Return door open. back to the visibility handler. And prop dot is open. If we're not open, then we return false. But if we are open, well, all right. Oh, this door is blocking line of sight, I'm pretty sure, is what's happening. And that shouldn't be happening. That's a bug. We should be able to see diagonally. We should be able to see this from here. You said you were going to release this as a web app, right? Does Godot let you target phone apps too? It does, yes. That is a separate target from web app. It's web app is the one with the most compatibility layers on it. So this is the least powerful engine the least powerful mode of the engine. I think targeting a mobile is a little more powerful, but I don't know how. I don't know in what way it is. Can we fix that real quick? I actually don't think I can because I have no idea. Like we're tracing a path. Print. I don't know how to do this. I need better debug tools to debug this. We're just going to spam oof door a lot. Oh, we're not actually because our vision range is 0, or our vision range is tiny. Why are we never getting oof doored? Oh, because our vision range is tiny. Oof door, okay. No, this is correct. Okay, but if I have a blocker here, a blocker here, and a blocker here, and I'm standing here, I should still be able to see diagonally. Oh, that's not good. How did I do that? What? Is it because I had touched it while I was in the middle of... Why is that happening? Okay. Is this the kind of thing where it's not updating, like the physics is fine, but the graphics is wrong? Is it not updating because it can't update the animation while it's playing? So we might have to do animate anim sprite dot stop. Where's open door? Maybe that'll make that not happen. Okay, I don't need the motion tracker. That's unnecessary. Okay, it'll cause it'll look weird if I run into the door right when it's closing, but I'm okay with that amount of weird versus the other amount of weird that was happening where it was appearing to be closed when it was actually open. I mean, ideally, there's a way to like queue animation. Is that a thing? Animation queue? Don't worry about it. Let's implement the last thing. I know we have this diagonal vision bug. Fix diagonal vision bug. When surrounded by cardinal walls. Cardinal walls. I've decided that's what it's called now. Over here, we have our props. We're going to add a prop. Tree. Let's just go ahead and take the emergency box and copy it because it's basically the same thing. The difference is the tree doesn't delete itself. It does spawn fruit, but you have to interact with it. I don't know what I just did. Class name tree. You have to interact with it to get the tree. So this is an item that I've taken from, why is it saying class name? Hide the native class. Oh, I can't call it tree. Stalk. That's fine. In reaping the dungeon, there's a thing called a plant. I could have called it a plant. Damn it. Plant. How that works is you can pick them up and they will either give you energy, health, or oxygen. And they have a life cycle. So you want to pick them up when they're at their highest. And you can't pick them up when they're at the midpoint. You can pick them up when they're a seed, but they give you very little amount. I think as implemented, that doesn't work. That gameplay doesn't work. But it's not, I don't hate it. I think if the timers were massaged, if it was a little more forgiving, and if it gave a little more, that'd be a great mechanic. I don't have the time to balance that, so I'm going to instead implement plants. They grow, they sprout fruit, you get the fruit, and then like you wait a certain amount of time, they'll sprout more fruit. They'll just keep endlessly generating fruit, and you can consume the fruit for energy, health, or oxygen. Shrubbery. This is not going to be hard, but I do need to first get the plant graphic. Oh, actually, no, this is going to be hard because there is one thing that I'm not sure about. There are 3 colors of fruit, but I only have one tree graphic, and I have painted the fruit in this graphic as white, and then I need to substitute that color. And I know it's possible to do that, but I don't know how. So I know I would want to use a renderer or a render vector. I don't remember what it's called. I have to do something. There's an element in Godot. First we export this tree. It's got 4 frames. I looked it up because I was trying to solve this problem for the tools. And then I just modulated it instead. But for this, modulation won't work because I don't want to change the color of the tree stalk, or not the stalk, the bark, the root, the trunk. That's the word, the trunk. I don't want to change the color of that. I just want to change the color of the fruit. And I've set it as a very changeable, identifiable color. Plant? No, it's called Mars plant. That's a better name. I should have just called it Mars plant. All right, we got this. So take turn. Okay, so this has a life cycle. Life cycle max. Every 300 turns, this bears fruit. But the way I have written this, I also need to keep track of the because there's 4 frames in this sprite. So I need to go from 0, 1, 2, and 3 as this life cycle advances. So maybe I need to make this a bigger number so that it's easier to deal with. So every 200 steps, we change the picture. We just need to make sure this is divisible by 4 for our sanity. Could we do it where it's not divisible by 4? Yeah, we could. Anyway, take a turn. Life cycle plus equals 1. If life cycle greater than life cycle max, we don't actually care. That number can go to infinity. If the life cycle is less than life cycle max divided by 4, we want to set the sprite h-frame, and I need to actually have that sprite. We want to set that h-frame to 0. Sprite dot v-frame offset frame centered. Get rect is pixel opaque. How do I change the frame? Oh, it's a property. Yeah, frame. I'll just set frame to 0. Okay, plant. Three. Nope, that's not it. Elif. Okay. No, it should be 1/2. Yeah. Sprite dot. No, that's right. That's right. Elif life cycle is less than life 3 times life cycle max divided by 4. Sprite dot frame equals 2, and then else or elif life cycle equals life cycle max, or I should say greater than or equal. Okay. That's the turn. We need to make it so that we interact with this. We say if the life cycle equals the life cycle max, greater than or equal life cycle max, do a thing. And then that's it. We just got to do a thing. What is this game talking about? It's a roguelike. I mean, it's not really talking. Pass. I'm trying to implement trees that bear fruit. I think before I do that, I want to figure out. Do I want to figure out how to make the tree color be set? I don't know. Oh, I didn't actually put a tree in the level. Let me do that. Did I replace the key? No, there's a key. Why is the key not there? I don't know. Prop.emergency box. Okay, here's the game. We get the floodlights and we can see. We get the motion tracker. Oh, the key is there. We just can't see it because the graphic is wrong. Let me just get that. Let me just fix that. Arts.consumables.key. Did I move that? I did. I'm remembering I moved that, and then I spaced out that I need to update the graphic. Okay. There it is. We got the floodlight. We got the motion tracker. Why are there 2 lockers here? Also, why are we spamming oof door? Oh, I know the answer to both of those. First of all, get this out of here. And then we go to the level thing and we do the thing. Plant. Okay. Oh, perfect. It's in a wall. I was still able to interact with that. All right. There's the tree. Oh, we can wait. That's right. We can wait and it'll it should start to change. Yeah, there it is. There's the fruit. And we're using the oxygen count as our timer. Okay, can we? How precise is that? I don't care how precise. I don't care if it's precise or not. Oh, it's definitely not precise because that's stage 3. There we go. That's the stage when it's ready to be harvested. Let me do that again because I could just be crazy. I do be known to do that. Okay. We'll wait till the oxygen drops to 4,800. Yeah, no, that's precisely. So how about this one? 4,600, that's correct. 4,400 is the next stage. Or is it? Hold on, wait a minute. Am I dumb? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I only have 3 intermediate stages. I don't have 4 intermediate stages, so that's not plant. Why did I think that was plant? That's player. Okay, so at 4,800, it should hit here. And then at 4,600, okay, 5,000, 4,800, 4,600. Maybe this should be like it should be like that. And then we should make this number divisible by 3. I'm cool with that. So every 200, the thing should update. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep. Okay. And then at 4,400, it'll fully sprout. Okay. I don't know how we change the color on this thing, but what I can do is to put a bell on this. We need to give the player, we need to shove a fruit into the player's inventory. And I think we can do that by, first of all, their fruit type equals, oh no, I need to give it, I need to make an enum for this. Enum fruit. Enum fruit. Energy, oxygen, HP. Why is plant not showing up in this? Do I have to hit save? Is that why? Save. Oh. Enums.plant or fruit energy. Okay. Print the, no, not printing. What are we doing? We're putting a thing in the player's inventory. So var fruit equals new we need to get the player. Oh, and we have that. That's the interactor. Inventory handler dot add item to belt. Where is that function? Add to belt? Was that the function? I have so many functions in here. It's so hard. Fruit. And then that's it. Why is this giving an error? Oh, I'm doing this wrong. This is not right. Okay, that should be it. Press play. We do this, we should have, oh, well, not in this map. Okay. Why can't I see? I should be able to see. It must be something with the door code. Like, I am... Maybe it's because I'm in a wall and the visibility handler is not checking. Is this wall solid or not? Okay. Let's wait. Let's check our inventory. We have a floodlight. Let's put it on. We got fruit. We got energy fruit. Consumed energy fruit. Okay, I need to add a message that says you got the fruit, and then we're done. I mean, we're not done, but I'm. No, I should implement all three types of fruit. This is the default. But we should check to see what kind of fruit we're getting. Okay. Pull, get parent, nope, interactor. Dot, get parent, dot, label handler, dot, set, if fruit type equals enums dot fruit dot energy. Elif fruit type equals enums dot fruit dot oxygen. Did I call it O2 fruit? What do I call it? No, I call it oxygen fruit. Autocomplete's just failing me. What do you mean not declared in the current scope? What are you talking about? It's right here. What do I call it? That is not... What? Did I click on the wrong thing? Why is this different? Why is this called combat funnel? Was I insane when I made this? Clearly I ran out of care when I made this. All right. I'm insane. And that's fine. You don't need to be sane to make a game. We're going to go ahead and go back to the plant. Still not showing up in this list. All right. I don't know what to do if none of these match, and I'm okay with just giving up. All right. There we go. Now we've hit the limit of what I can do. To do set color based on fruit type. Because I think we passed that in before we call get sprayed. Nope, we don't, but we do now. All right, let's hit play. Let's hit play, but get a level that doesn't put all our stuff in the wall. Thank you. Okay, let's just chill here for a while. Are all of those staying visible? I guess that's fine. That's fine behavior. Props, once they're revealed, stay revealed forever. Sure. Let's pick one energy fruit. And then let's just do one round of game. Oh. Yeet parent. Well, that's a problem. Let's pick one round of energy fruit. And then let's play the game. One time, and then I'm done. I will stop. I will claim victory. Let me just actually verify that I didn't miss anything. Doors and keys, new exit graphic, new motion tracker graphic, vending machines we're skipping, oxygen and health dispensers, yeah, emergency cash, trees. Yeah, no, that's a good haul. Okay. In we go. Do I have a... No, I don't. Oh, it'll be fun to have doors spawn in the level proper. Alright, we got the laser pistol immediately. Nice. It'll also be nice to fix the hit point quantities. Then maybe if I do that, maybe I can up the monster count. Maybe I shouldn't up the monster count, though. Oh, I know what I should do. I should implement a main menu and a death screen. I think that'll be my thing for next time. Project for next time. That. Did I pick up laser pistol B? I did. I should be using that. What if I hit the wait button? All right, that works. Good. Gotta test it. So many butterflies. I should make flyers more sparing because they're annoying. More slimes is fine. This can be the slime level. Oh no. Okay. Oh, that's another motion tracker. I don't actually know what happens if I pick up two. I think it breaks the... I think it breaks things. Okay, if I turn it on and then turn it off, it still works? How am I doing that? Oh, that's how. Okay, turn them both on. They're both on. Now I turn one off. Okay, yeah. Cannot allow the player to have two motion trackers. I think all of my buff-based items are going to be like that. So I need to have the level handler handle that. Make sure, or how is there a way with the way that I've designed things right now that I could handle having two sources of a buff? Because I set it so that buffs don't stack, and I feel like that's still a good idea, but maybe it wasn't a good idea. Where's the exit? Did I space out and miss the exit? Oh, this bug. This bug. So my weapons are also here. I need to figure that one out. That one was a rare bug to reproduce. I was having difficulty reproducing that. I think what I need to do is just when I pick up a weapon, sorry, when I put a weapon into my tool bar, my weapon slots. Whenever I put a weapon in a weapon slot, I need to hide that weapon. And then whenever I remove that weapon, make it visible again. We got the terrain scanner. I don't want this extra motion tracker. Oh, if I auto move, the dots, okay, the motion tracking dots don't animate because they're constantly being deleted and undeleted. Undeleted? Reconstituted? Whatever the word is. Oh, shield. Oh, that's a lot of dots, and this isn't a bug this time. Those are real. I need to implement that grenade. All right, let me just hold. Let me take a med gel. Let me eat this energy fruit. Let me eat an eye, and then let me hold the R key until one of us dies. Since I have the shield, it's going to be them. Ooh. The laser rifle. Remove that. Add that. All right. Just got to find the exit. I feel like I need to tune the shield. It drains too much energy, but maybe that's like, I can live with that. Because it is pretty powerful, and it scales. Preventing crits. Bigger enemies have bigger crit effects to worry about. Oh, the exit was here. I've already discovered it. Man, that is... Oh, when did I get the metal shield? I need to remove the terrain scanner because I want the metal shield. Okay, let's get the eye. I've got to get energy and then do this last level. Prove that I can do this last level. Consume the med gel. There's way too many items. Should find laser rifle B somewhere. I like the idea of getting rid of all the consumables that give you energy, except the fruit. I like the idea of making the portable fusion cell the main way you get energy back, because it takes up a tool slot. And I feel like I should rebalance things to favor that heavily. I might like make it, give it a lot more energy. Give it a lot more fuel. And then make batteries really rare. There's laser rifle B. Remove laser rifle A. Remove. Nope, we don't need to remove anything. Drop the laser pistol. Drop. No, that's it. We're good. There's the exit. Okay, cool. The game crashed in the way that we expect it to. I need to add a victory screen as well as a death screen. All right, cool. I feel like that was productive. That was a good code session. Added Doors and keys, they almost work. What am I missing? The power, we need to be able to, interrupt the game to get input from the player. We got the exit graphic. It looks way better than it did before. We got the motion track graphic. I'm okay with it. The vending machines are complicated. Oxygen and health dispensers. We need to be able to interrupt the game and get input from the player. Emergency cache. We need doodads. And tree, we need to be able to set colors. Barring all those things we need to do, this is what we accomplished. Yeah, not bad. I think next time, let's implement a death screen and a main menu. And a you win screen, why not? Tomorrow I'm gonna have more time to code, so it's gonna be a longer stream. Maybe. I always say maybe because I'm feeling kind of drained working on this game. It's less exciting every day, and that's probably partly because of like the tasks that are left are the ones that I've been putting off. So the tasks are getting increasingly tedious, and I don't know, maybe I need a break. But the game jam won't wait for me, so no break. Oh, looking forward to testing all the games that everyone submits. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of people who've joined. I don't know how many people are going to finish, but 11 days to go. We got this week, we got next week, and then we're done. We'll get there. Well, until then, let me see what is going to happen for this stream. We got this exactly. Got to stay positive. Yeah. That looks good. Okay. Thanks for watching, y'all. Hope y'all are doing your games, write games out there, play games, have lots of fun. Yeah. Till next time. See you all then.